Hello and welcome to Blogsprout. I'm LJ and today I'm going to go through the income report for my sister site in the third month. So I started the site, I think mid October 2022. So December isn't the full third month, but it's just easier to do it every month. So this site has not been doing all that well. The last couple months I've had issues indexing and haven't gotten AdSense approval and just slow traffic, but it's something that I think has potential. I just haven't been able to put in as much effort as I'd like into it. So this is called the sister site because it's similar to my main site, but kind of branches out into a different sub niche. So the general video is just going to cover the milestones, goals, articles, page view, search console, income, expenses, and lessons learned. Spoiler alert, there's not much that has changed between month 2 and month 3. So if you watch the month 2, there's not a ton of added value for month 3. So milestones. So my goals for the last month was to get 30 more articles and get my site fully indexed. I was having issues with indexing, especially on Bing in month 2, and I reached out to Bing. They got back to me and said everything's right, it's just taking a long time to index. So I mean, it's good to hear that they actually responded because they didn't respond on other queries I've sent them. But I only had like 1 or 2 pages indexed for the majority of the month, and it wasn't till the end that they started really kind of growing. We'll see that later on. Articles, zilch. I didn't do a thing with the site. It has just been sitting there. I think I updated some plugins, but that's really it. And if you follow my main site, you know that I didn't do much on that site either. With the holidays, I traveled for work a couple weeks. I got COVID. It was just not a good month for me. So page views, whopping 8 pages according to Google Analytics. But I do have Google Analytics. I had it missing for most of the month. So that's part of the reason I think why it's so low. Because according to Zoic, I had 174 pages, which I think is a little too high. And something, I don't know, did I get none between, December 8th and 11th and 17th through 20th? I'm not sure what exactly has been happening with this site. Things aren't as clear cut as normal. But if it truly is 174 pages, I'm not that upset about it. It's not too bad, but I do think it's overestimating, especially based on the Google page views. And that was actually users. I didn't check the page views now that I'm thinking about it, but it's not 174. So if we look at Search Console, this is getting a little bit interesting, I guess. The overview, I've only gotten 17 clicks since, November. So I'm getting into essentially the third month right now of being indexed. You can see the impressions started off pretty nicely, but dropped, and now they're continuing to grow a little bit. The average position is 40, so it's still pretty far down there. But it's still, 4,000 impressions, so it's not terrible. If I bump up the average position, I assume that impression will go up higher. And just this month, I got 2.6 thousand, 8 clicks from Google specifically. The average position is just about the average since it started, but you can see those impressions are going up. So if we look at Bing, this is slightly more interesting because, at the beginning of November, it finally started to get indexed, but as you can see, it wasn't really until somewhere mid-December where it really started picking up my pages, which is why I think I had the spike in impressions, which is in blue, because finally it's indexing all the pages, because pretty much through all of November there wasn't much happening. So that's at an average position of 4. That's what I'm at my with my other site. So this is giving me an idea that the traffic is going to be pretty low. If I'm only ranking at 4 and getting 23 clicks on Bing, it's probably going to be pretty low on Google too, at least compared to my other site. At this point, I was getting hundreds of clicks from Bing in a month because there was just so much volume. So if we look at month 3, it said I got 13 clicks and 300 impressions, average 4. Finally got index pages. You can see right here is when it started kind of acknowledging December 12th that there were more, because I didn't add any articles this month. So it was just indexing old pages that were created. So it's great that it's finally, getting there. And at the end, I think it finished at, at least over 100 impressions for the day. So that it's good to at least see that with full indexing, the impressions are getting there. They're growing. So SEMrush, this is something I do on the other site, just see the type of keywords. And it seems that most of mine are being flagged as informational. But again, there's only a few hundred keywords it's even ranking for. And I've gained 14 new keywords, 9 have improved, and 4 have lost. Those are very small numbers, so take it all with a grain of salt. So income, nothing. I don't have approval. I do have some affiliate links, but I haven't even gotten any clicks yet, so those must not be ranking very well. Expenses, also 0. At the moment, I'm not spending anything for it. I paid for, I'm using the same hosting plan that I set up my main site with, and I had the one purchase of the domain and some work on Fiverr, which probably wasn't worth it, all said and done. But I think I will be bringing my VA onto this site because I just don't have enough time to spend on it. And the type of content that I'm starting to write for the main site is a little bit more in depth that I think I need to do, at least to start, until I know how to do it. And then I can try to, outsource it. But this site is it's applying some of the same strategies and the brand swapping technique on my main site. So I think my VA will be able to handle it. So the expenses will probably end up going up. Hopefully the site gets some love in the future and gets approved and things like that. But we will see. So lessons learned. So the main problems this month is I was actually missing the Google Analytics code. So it said I only had 8. My guess in reality, we know at least I had, 13 and 8, at least had 20 people. Azoic said 174 page views. Somewhere in that range. But, I think it's under 100 for sure. Which, compared to my other site is not great, but compared to many other people in this business, it's pretty normal, pretty average. My site's not ranking well, and the search volume seems to be a bit low. I also had slow indexing on Bing, so that was kind of a problem because it's nice to see some traffic coming in from Bing at the beginning to get an idea of how your content can do. And I published nothing. I did not work on the site at all. I planned to. I was kind of working on some content, but I never actually clicked publish, so that was a problem. And because of that, I didn't really learn much. I learned that it can take a while to get indexed, not necessarily for the first time, but the rest of the articles. And goals for month 4, I really want to pick back up on getting the 30 articles done. And then hopefully this month I can get approved for monetization. I'm not super hopeful just because the traffic's so low. I don't have enough content in multiple categories. I'm still kind of figuring that out. And I think the biggest watch out is the search volume. The content that I'm publishing right now is just not as high a search volume and just might not be worth my time. So I really have to evaluate kind of the strategy, which I'll think about this month. Finding ways to be creative and get new type of content on there. So this is the overall, page views, articles, expenses. Nothing has changed since the expenses in total net. So I am in the red, $42 still. I still have 56 articles. Those page views kind of been out of whack. But if we remove November, 21 to 174 is some growth. A little to a little more, I guess, is trending in the right direction. Hopefully eventually this site can make over $42 so my time wasn't completely wasted. But I'm not saying I'm going to completely drop the site. It just, 1, it's not my focus. And 2, it's not doing so hot early on, so my motivation's a little bit lower. And considering my other site is still doing pretty well, I really want to try to continue to build that up. So most of my time is being focused there. And then, of course, you guys know I have a demo site, and like this AI site. So I'm really just, I have to pick and choose my where I spend my time, and this one's been on the back burner. So thank you for watching. Hopefully there's some value to this. Not much happened for this site in particular. So if you're in month 3, hopefully your site's doing better than mine is. I don't think I did the best, keyword research, and was a little bit unlucky with the indexing. So we're here now, but that's okay. So thanks for watching. That's the end of this video. Like and subscribe and comment. I try to get to every comment that you guys make. And so see you in the next video. I'm LJ, and this is Block Sprout. Bye.